Hi everybody, it's me, Tina Whitefeather. I am going to get the yearly reading up and done. First I'm going to ground and center and light my candle, and then I'm going to shuffle our deck for our 12-month layout for 2019. Okay, candle lit, lighter out of the way. I'm going to take the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. Is the deck I'm going to be using for our 12-month layout. So I'm going to focus on general outcome of every month. I know it is now February 27th, but we're still going to start with January and February, kind of to keep it going and to kind of take a look backwards so that we can make sure that there's not something that we need to do from those 2 months to go forward. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit until I feel that they're really good and shuffled and ready for divine information on the 12 months ahead of us in 2019. I think one more and we'll be good. Yeah, that feels good. Okay. Actually, don't always do this, but sometimes I do cut the deck. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, now what we're going to do is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Then we're going to flip the deck over at the very end to see what the main focus to wrap everything together is. Okay? So I'm going to open up my drink here that I have and take a little bit of a drink before we start. Blow my nose. Swish. Okay, gang. Are you guys ready? I know I'm ready. So let's see. January, the Wind Fairy. Okay? Thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. Actually, this is exactly what I was doing. And I know for a fact that this is something that needs to be done all year. The getting your mental plans and your focus on what you truly desire is something that you really need to be doing for 2019, because if it's something that you truly want and you want it to be successful, 2019 is definitely going to be the year to get it done, as long as you do the work. Sarah Brightman, you are very loud at this moment. I do not own the rights to the music, just FYI. Before I go any further, I'm going to stop here on January, and I'm going to roll over here and quiet Miss Brightman down a bit, so I don't feel like I have to compete with that beautiful voice of hers. Okay. All right. So let's recap so that we don't have any interruptions now from Sarah Brighton's lovely voice. January is about the Wind Fairy, about blowing into and out of situations in a natural flow, okay? Talking about thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. Keeping your mind thought positive and not allowing a windstorm of negativity to affect your life, okay? This is what January was about, and it's something that I know for a fact by seeing other readings and doing other readings myself. This is a trend for the year that you need to keep on doing this, okay? Now, February, fear. Facing our fears, going away from our fears, getting away from the toxic and unhelpful, fearful thoughts that are negative and just bring us down. That's what February was about, is to acknowledge them and remove them from our lives. Start working on putting up boundaries in ourselves and making ourselves stronger in our positive thoughts so that we don't mindlessly just worry about stuff and create fearful situations out of nothing. Okay? March. Here we go. March ahead. Okay. The Queen. Women, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, and friendship. It's all about the power of women. Okay? The strength of the feminine. Okay? Now, I know some of you are male and they're like, okay, I'm a guy. How's this pertain to me? Everyone has a male and female energy of themselves. This is saying about how you need to connect with it, to connect to your feminine. Okay? March is about getting a secure, abundant grounding of the softer side, but yet the strong side of a intellectual person. I mean, you see that queen there. She's feminine, but she's strong. She's determined. She knows where she wants to go. She knows where she wants to be. And she's got her eyes wide open to use her intuition as a female and as a person to see her life ahead. So these are the trends that you should be focusing on and looking out for in March. April is the dragon, about power and strength. These are things that are going to be a trend for April, about having power and strength and feeling those things in your life and looking for those things in your life. Okay? Very fiery is what I get for April. Now, May, perception. Okay? In May, you are going to have to make sure you are perceptive. May is a month of fertility and growth and opportunities. Okay? So being perceptive and watching for those perception guide paths and guideways are definitely something that needs to get done in May this year. Okay, so pretty much so far, January, February, March, April, May, what you got to do is figure out what you want to do and be successful in 2019, because if you keep your eyes open, keep your energy high, keep your focus strong, keep those fears out of your head and your life, the mysteries of life in June, January, February, March, April, May, June, just making sure I got June right, in June is definitely going to be taken care of. The mysteries of life, and this is also the mystical things in life, are going to come into clarity. Okay? So June, you're going to have clarity. So if you're doing all this prep work, watching for the signs, keeping your perception open, you're going to have the mysticism, in a sense, come into a clearer vision in June. Okay? And in July, we have nothing but joy. Joy, joy, joy. So, look, already, yeah, it seems like a lot of work here in the beginning of the year, but once summer hits, it's turning its tide. It's turning itself into happiness and joy. Okay, so that's July. August, disruptions. Okay, so August, we're going to have to make sure that perception that we have back here is up and on high gear, because when January, February, March, April, May, June, but August comes around, there's going to be some disruptions in your world, and to let you know that, hey, do you really want this in your life? Do you? Do you? Is it really what you want? Is this really the passion you want to go after? Is this where you want to go? So if it's not, those disruptions are going to be major, okay? But if you know what you want, you stay focused, you don't let that fear base get out of hand, these disruptions are going to be minimal, okay? September is all about the B. Luck, industrialness, and sweet victory. Okay, so even though we're going to have those disruptions, the month before, we're going to overcome them. Okay? So that is awesome. That is awesome to see that as long as we do that setup work in January, February, March, April, May, and June, July is going to give you that extra boost so that when August comes, those disruptions are minimal so that you have that sweet victory in September. October. Ooh. We got the spider. Creative projects. So October, be prepared. You're going to be creative and it's going to be way off the charts. Okay? And with Halloween, I know a lot of you, just like me, Halloween, it begins the crafting craze and the insanity of making stuff. Although I kind of do that all year round, but it really kicks up into high gear in October. So I'm going to probably be on overload with my creative projects in October, according to this card. So be aware that in October, creative works is going to be abundant for you. Okay, and November, this is my birthday month, November, the Bard, music, poetry, myth, history, enchantment of storytelling. Oh, I think I just got a message from my guides here. Okay, guides, I hear ya. I asked a question earlier this week. I gotcha because you answered it in my birthday month. So, okay, gotcha. Sorry, gang. I had a personal question that I wanted to have a little bit of insight with, and it answered it with this card. But for all of you, what it means is that music, poetry, myth, history, enchantment of storytelling is going to be a major theme for you in November. So, wanting to research and to read and to have stories and music and just the arts. It starts in October and it's going to go into November. Okay? Now, December, we've got the Lady of the Lake. The end of the year, we have the Lady of the Lake. Absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. So, this tells me that we're going to be in a good place come December and that things are going to have some direction and heading for the new year. Okay? So just stay strong, stay confident, and everything's going to be copacetic. Now, the whole year around is the Wasp. Anger, retaliation, and jealousy. This will be the hang-ups. This will be the hang-ups of the year, okay? If you let anger, resentment, jealousy, negativity, you let that into your life, all this good is just going to be, it's going to be total flop over, okay? So we need to use the deer and its gentleness and its diplomacy to get through this year, because being the novice, that time's over, okay? Though we can use the innocence, the beginners, and the new skill ability without practice, we can use it, but it could also be a huge hindrance. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving of the cow. Because ultimately, Merlin is going to guide you in justice and balance. Okay? So, that is the year ahead. That is one heck of a year that we have in 2019. It's going to be awesome to see how well this plays out for everyone. What I might do is come halfway through the year, maybe around August, when those disruptions are supposed to be coming up, I will do another yearly reading from there on to see if there's anything that might have changed or needs to be tweaked for us so that we can finish up the year and make sure that those good things that are set up already to come to us actually make it to us. And so if there's anything that we need to do to adjust in ourselves, we can make those adjustments to get that positive outcome that we want every single year, not just this year. So, And as you know, I do readings. I do 3-card pulls, I do half an hour, and I do hour readings that are pre-recorded just like this one, or I can do them live online, but they will be public. Or I can try and find out if I can do them privately online, but as far as I know, that has a time limit. So I think I can only have like a half an hour readings that way. So it's actually better to either do it live publicly or either have my recorded readings, and then you get to watch it as many times as you want, whenever you want, um, and get the guidance that you need from that. So you can always go to Tina Whitefeather's Intuitive Readings on Facebook to message me to purchase a reading. You can also purchase a reading in Merwich Treasure Chest and Dreamweaver Creations Facebook shop groups on Facebook. So there are many ways you can get a purchased reading. I also do free readings in all my live feeds. So you can have a chance to also win readings if you do things like we have caring and sharing. Sometimes if you like and follow and share whatever page I'm streaming for that night, you could win a chance to win a either 3-card pull or a half an hour reading. So getting connected with me on Facebook is definitely a great thing, just not to be able to purchase a reading from me, but also have opportunities for freebies. So that's the year ahead, 2019. I wish everyone an abundant, wonderful year, and I will see you guys on Thursday nights, at least for now, until I switch it to Tuesdays. I'll see you this Thursday night, which is the 28th. Yes, the 28th of February. I'll see you on the 28th of February to do our last Thursday night tarot reading. Then we will switch to Tuesday nights. Okay? So till then, I will see you in the mist. Bye, everybody. Blessed be.